Maybe let's start by putting things into perspective. Let's start with a question. How to make a project fail. Okay. Instead of how do you make a project succeed, so the question is how do you make it a failure?
For the JO or job reports.
Don't confirm JO for forms and reports. So meaning, if we do not secure a conforme of JO forms and reports, it means the project is doomed for failure. Do you agree? Do you guys agree? I'll add one. Don't make effort to understand the client's business process. For example, if you don't understand the discounting and markup business rule of SA, well, I don't think you can implement the project.
Okay.
Diba? Yeah. Don't confirm or master data. Master data. Again, you don't have any sign turnover of the master data, master list. What else? Test data or script. As far as I know, is that you can always create a test script even without the program yet. The reason why we are developing something is just because it doesn't exist yet. Diba? In the contract, there's a scope, okay? And for you to align with the client in terms of the details of those contracts, it has to be laid out as a test script. Diba? Maraming forms of documentation and software development. One is a UI UX, second is the test script, third is detailed field specifications, yung mga ganon. So if we can break it down into kasi normally, as far as I know, we have a contract, di ba? Contract kasi is more high level eh. Okay? So what do? We do business process requirement gathering. We sign up on the business process. We get the master list of their data, the customers, the rooms, the price list, etc., the room rates, etc. We get that, so we know somehow we can perceive what's gonna happen. We get the forms and reports, which is this, and then we get sample transactions. So based on the forms and reports, you can already define the UI UX. You can already, based on the flow, you can already define a job order that should be given to the client, to the developers for as the basis of the development, plus the test script and the test data. Meaning, if that's already a deviation from our methodology, diba? So we have to discuss it with the client. We have to align with them what are the pros and cons if we do this, diba? Kasi ito yung napag-agreehan natin eh. I mean, after this meeting, we should have an agreement now that we should not proceed if we do this or not. If we will just believe on that methodology, and if there's a client, if the client is contesting it, we have to align with them and explain to them the pros and cons if we do not do that. I think the first thing that we have to agree upon now is that should we execute this by hook or by crook in any project? Because if not, we agree that the project will fail, or if not fail, will be delayed. Don't make time to sit down with dev and QA. process. It's your job to sit down with the dev and the QA to make them understand the process. Similar to what me and Janjo is doing. Before he even did the estimate, we sat down together with Ria to discuss it. Okay. Before we even finalize the risk, we can sat down. Before the actual demonstration to the client, we also sat down and made it sure na there's no problem during the demonstration. Proper preparation. Yeah.
That one is a very important one.
Don't prepare
Always must be prepared. Even
for any deployment.
people that one very sure when
Don't monitor release plans, especially the QA date and release date, obviously.
yes.
Meaning, if all the current release plans should be injected in your bloodstream. Okay, you know exactly when is the QA. You should know exactly when is the release plan. And if you are, from time to time, at least check into the developers if they have questions, if it's on track or not, di ba? Every time. That will make their project a failure. Okay? Okay, that's a good point. Na if the client wants this date, we agree. That will make us a failure. So the action plan is that before committing to a client, we have to, go back to our drawing board to check if we can meet it or not. Otherwise, let's just be transparent to them that we cannot be able to meet it. But of course, it doesn't mean that we will not make efforts to comply as much as possible, like adding additional developers, working overtime if possible. The add one thing, consistently don't respond to them. Probably one time is tolerable, the second time is tolerable, but if you're consistent of not responding, what's gonna happen is the client will call us, escalate it to Newton, Lin, or me, and then if I don't do that as well, then they will cut off the project. Yun lang yun. If you really, absorb this concept that, you have to understand the business process, you have to make conforming job order, you have to confirm the test data, you have to make dump this. If you really absorb this, then the response time will definitely improve automatically, because na if you don't do this thing, that will make your project a failure. Yeah, something like that. You have to make strategies, workarounds, flexibility to meet one objective. The objective is to make the project a success.